You've been dreaming all night. When the plane ran out of fuel, a system activation prompt popped up. Congratulations, post. Bound to dream come true. System binding confirmed. Just input 3 dog heads. You quickly raised your paralyzed hand and typed 3 dog heads. Congratulations, post. Your dream has come true. Reward, Shadowless Hands skill and 1 yuan cash. Immediately, the bank SMS notification chimed. Otsao ending in 4123 received 1 yuan. You rubbed your eyes in disbelief, then dressed and rushed out. You arrived at an ATM, entered your PIN to track the balance. Seeing the long string of zeros after the 1, you took a deep breath. It was actually real. From now on, I'm a rich man. For a moment, you couldn't quite adjust. You are a rural kid, always careful with every penny spent. Now, how should you spend all this money? Buy a house in your hometown, then a car. That way, mom and dad won't have to worry. Back home, for blind dates and marriage, not having a house or car is a deal breaker. Cars and homes are the standard. Late last year, back home, your parents made you go on a blind date because you didn't have a car. You went on a motorcycle. The girl refused to even meet you. Some girls did meet you, but rejected you for various reasons. That's just reality. Suddenly, your phone rang. You took it out. It was a call from your dad. Hey, Dad, what's up? You answered. Xiao Yu, how many days off for May Day? I've been fired. So what holidays? You couldn't tell your dad that, or he'd just worry about you. Nothing much. Are you coming home for May Day? I asked a matchmaker to set you up with a girl. Come back and meet her if you're fry. You can drive your uncle's car. If your holiday is long enough, we might even buy a car. Got it, Dad, you replied. You knew your dad must have paid the matchmaker. You could picture him bowing and scraping for you. Are you tired from work? Take care of yourself. Dad asked with concern. Your nose felt sore. Dad, I'm not tired. I just sit in the office all day. You should be the one not working so hard. Your health is what matters. Dad is just a common construction worker. The one who suffers the most in the family. Yet he never worries about himself, always about his children. Every time you think of this, you feel a heavy heart. You feel you owe your parents so much. Dad, I'm perfectly healthy. Don't worry. Yi Haifeng said with a smile. After chatting with your dad for a while, you hung up the phone. You took a deep drag of your cigarette, then stubbed it out in the trash. Mom, Dad, you won't have to worry anymore. Your son is a rich man now. Your mind started racing, thinking how to let them accept the money. If you said the system gave it, they wouldn't believe it. You can't talk about the system. It has to be your biggest secret. Back in your rented room, you couldn't think of a good way. 1 yuan? That's not a small amount. Well, to some real estate tycoon, that's just a small gone. Unknowingly, it was already past 8. Your phone pinged. You took it out to track. It was a message from your former colleague, Yang Jian. Yi, heard you got fired? Yang Jian and you were both in sales. You were always competing for top performance. Rivals at work. He was just sending this to mock you. You sent a green hat emoji back. A whole bunch of them. Idiot, your girlfriend was slept with by the supervisor. And you're here mocking me, Yi? What the hell do you mean? Yang Jian saw the green hat emojis and messaged back, asking. You deleted him immediately. Moron, figure it out yourself. Then you put your phone away and went to sleep. You woke up at 7 the next morning. Congratulations, post. Dream come true. Reward, a top trim BMW M760 iStrive V12. Hearing the system, your heart leaped. Exactly what you needed. You excitedly got up to wash. Just finished when the BMW dealership called. Is this Mr. Yi? A woman's voice came through. Det. I'm Wanya, salesman at Geo at the BMW 4 store. Mr. Yi, the paperwork for your BMW 760 is all done. When is it convenient for you to pick it up? I'll be there in a bit. You hung up. You grabbed breakfast at the gate, then took the bot to the BMW dealership. Arriving at the 4 store, salesman at Geo Wanya confirmed your identity. Respectfully, she said, Mr. Yi, your car is over here. The plates are already on. We've put the documents inside. You nodded slightly. Thank you, Mr. Yi. You're too polite. It's just our job. If there are any issues, feel free to contact me. Here is my card. With that, Wanya handed you her card. Being so young and driving a top-trim BMW 7 Series, he must be a rich second-generation heir. Thinking this, she looked at Yi with longing eyes. If I could be his girlfriend, why would I still be selling cars? As a top-tier salesperson, her ability to read people was better than most. You saw the look in the saleswoman's eyes. You remained calm on the surface. No matter how pretty such a woman is, you aren't interested. If she can follow you for a car today, she'll cheat on you for a better one tomorrow. You walked to the car, admiring the brand-new BMW 760. You nodded slightly. The black exterior was bright and grand. The black and red interior looked even more luxurious. You didn't have special requirements for the plates. You opened the door and sat in the driver's seat. Anything else? Wanya was all smiles. No, Mr. Yi. The number on the card is my WeChat. Feel free to add me. Let me know if you need anything. You nodded. With that, you drove the car out of the dealership. You went to the mall. You planned to buy a new phone and some clothes. Today is the 29th. Tomorrow, the 30th, you have to go home. The day passed quickly. You got a new phone and bought a few branding casual outfits. In the evening, you got another call from Dad asking when you'd be home. You told him you'd be back tomorrow morning and arrived by evening. You chatted for a bit and hung up. You lay in bed playing with your new phone. Suddenly, a WeChat group notification popped up. Li Wenfeng. Yi was fired for harassing our colleague Li Shui. Let this be a warning to everyone. Seeing this, you were furious. Damn it. I harassed Li Shui? You two scumbags are framing me. Just as you were about to reply, you saw you'd been kicked from the sales group. You were so angry you could spit blood. You never expected Li Wenfeng to do something so disgusting. Firing you was one thing, but framing you for harassment? Then you saw Yang Jian's spamming friend requests. Yang Jian wants to add you as a friend. I should have recorded a 60-0. If I had a 60-0, would they still dare to act like this? You calmed yourself down. Don't lower yourself to their level. You woke up at 6 the next morning. Congratulations, post. Dream come true. Reward, the 60-0 of Li Wenfeng and Li Shui. The 60-0 was already on your phone. You were stunned for a moment, then felt excited. Wow, this is heaven sent. Li Wenfeng, Li Shui. You two scumbags. Now you're going to pay. You washed up, put on your new clothes, packed your bag, and went downstairs. You put the bag in the car and went to the breakfast stop at the gate. While eating, you emailed the 60-0 of Li Wenfeng and Li Shui to the company's HR director. Then, after thinking about it, you sent it to everyone you knew at the company. Doesn't make sense. After breakfast, you started your journey home. At this time, the staff at Yuhao Tech hadn't left for the holiday yet. They'd only get off after today, at 9 in the morning. The employees arrived at the office. HR director opened her computer. A notification popped up immediately. She clicked the IMEO. It was a 60-0. The content made her frown. Just as she was about to close it, she stopped. The man looked familiar. It seemed to be a supervisor from sales. She noticed the text in the IMEO, a brief description from Yiyu. Meanwhile, people in sales and tech had all received the IMEO. When Yang Jian and his girlfriend Li Shui arrived, they noticed everyone looking at them strangely. Yang Jian felt annoyed. What are you looking at? I haven't been cheated on. Yiyu tried to harass my girlfriend, but failed. A few minutes later, the HR director and the sales director marched into the office. Li Wenfeng, where is Li Shui? Himanxue asked coldly. Li Wenfeng walked out of his office. Director Wang, what's going on? Himanshue's face was icy. Li Wenfeng and his subordinate Li Shui have an illicit relationship. Starting now. You are both fired. Li Wenfeng was stunned. Li Shui was stunned. Yang Jian was even more stunned. Li and my girlfriend. He turned to look at them. They both looked guilty and couldn't meet his eyes. The truth was out. Li Wenfeng, you bastard. Yang Jian's blood boiled. His eyes turned red. He rushed over to beat Li Wenfeng, but was quickly pulled away. Li Wenfeng and Li Shui were fired. As for Yang Jian, no one cared. He probably couldn't show his face here anymore anyway. Himanxue returned to her office and made a call. Your phone rang while you were on the highway. You answered. Hello, who is this? Is this you? I'm Himanxue. Oh, director he. What's up? Your case has been investigated. Li Wenfeng and Li Shui have been fired. Your termination is revoked. You can come back to work. I'm sorry. I only worked there to experience life. Now that I'm done, I'm going home to inherit my billions. Himanxue was stunned. Are you crazy? Inherit billions? Are you in a bad DRA, ma? Director he? Anything else? If not, I'm hanging up. I'm driving my BMW 760 home on the highway. This left flex was impossible to defend against. Himanxue was speechless. Do you think you're the 11IO? The 11IO of Yuhao Tech drove a BMW 760. Yiyu was influenced by him to make that his dream. With this BMW 760, he was just a normal salesman before. Never able to touch such luxury cars. In all his years in Shanghai City, the supercars he'd seen could be counted on one hand. They were in different worlds. I've notified you as required. Whether you come back is up to you. I hope you don't spread that 60 further to avoid damaging the company's image. That was the real reason she called. Whether you came back didn't matter. But the 60 had to be contained. Don't worry, director. As long as those two are gone, it's fine. I won't spread it. I actually like the company. That was the truth. You worked there for half a year, and were satisfied with the pay. The bot was a decent person, not a blood-sucking capitalist. Good. I'm busy, hanging up. She went back to work. Meanwhile, you were driving home, thinking, if my parents ask, I'll say I started a company. Driving a BMW 760 back, it would definitely cause a stir in the village. You needed a convincing reason. This time back home, you wanted everyone to see, to let those who look down on you see me. Wait. That's not right. You arrived at the town near your home around 5 p.m. You drove to a local supermarket. There were many cars parked outside. You found a spot and parked. Most rural families have cars now, usually 70,000 to 100,000 yuan models. Wealthier ones might have nicer ones. Your BMW 7 Series parked there. Stood out like a crane among chickens. You went into the supermarket, wanting to buy things for your grandparents. You hadn't been back in months, so you should visit them. You bought fish, meat, and supplements, and 2 cases of the most expensive wool yanye. Then you went to the checkout. At this hour, the supermarket wasn't very busy. It was your turn after the person ahead left. You placed your items on the counter. The cashier looked at you and paused. She remembered you. Because you had a blind date late last year. You saw her and were also stunned. But kept your CU. Total it up. Lu Feng snapped out of it and started scanning the items. When she saw the total, her eyes widened. Over 18,000? Is the machine broken? She checked again. It was correct. The 2 cases of liquor alone were over 17,000. How much? You asked calmly. 18,043 total. Lu Feng replied. You took out your phone and paid directly. From start to finish, your expression didn't change, as if the money meant nothing to you. Lu Feng was secretly shocked. Didn't his family have no house or car? How could he afford such expensive liquor? Could you help me carry these? You asked. Lu Feng nodded. Usually, if a customer buys a lot, they help. You put the items on a trolley, and Lu Feng helped push it out. They soon arrived at the back of the BMW 760. You opened the trunk and loaded the items one by one. Lu Feng looked at the brand new BMW 760. Stunned. Is this your car? A BMW 760 must be expensive, right? At least several hundred thousand? She didn't know much about cars, but there were BMWs in the village, supposedly bought for 300,000 or 400,000. Very few people in the village could afford that. Thanks, you finished loading, and smiled at her. Lu Feng hesitated, then asked, You're Yiyu, right? That. You looked familiar too. I didn't dare to be sure, but it really is you. Just got back? Lu Feng asked with a smile. Yeah, just back from Shanghai City. Buying some things for the family. Lu Feng, this car is new? It's beautiful. Must be expensive. You, not that expensive. Just bought it. Suddenly, your phone rang. You answered. Dad, I'm almost home. No need to pick me up. You hung up. You said to Lu Feng, I'm heading home. Talk later. With that, you drove away. Damn it. During that blind date, you were playing on your phone. Didn't even look at me. How could I not remember you? Only when the taillights disappeared. Did she push the cart back? Xiao Feng, why did you take so long? Her supervisor asked. Lu Feng, supervisor, how much is a BMW 760? Lu Feng was stunned. 800,000 or 900,000? That expensive? Her supervisor asked. Are you talking about a 760? Lu Feng nodded. Yeah, it said 760 on the back. Damn, a 760 is expensive. That's over 2 million. Nearly 3 million. I thought you meant a 730. Lu Feng was completely petrified. Nearly 3 million? His car was that expensive? Thinking of this, she felt like she missed out on millions. During the blind date, Yiyu tried to talk to her, but she intentionally played on her phone and ignored him. After 6 p.m., you drove into the village. It was already getting dark. Most people were home eating dinner. The streets were empty. A pity. You wanted them to see it, but no rush. Tomorrow, as long as one person sees you, it'll spread through the whole village. The elders in the village have nothing to do, so they just gossip. Whose kid is successful? How much do they make a month? Whose kid brought a girlfriend home? So capable. Whose kid is still single? These are the standard topics. The comparison culture is everywhere, city or country. You parked the car at your gate. Yi Haifeng heard the noise and walked out. He saw you getting out of the car. He was stunned. Xiaoyu, this is, you asked with a smile. Dad, what do you think of my car? I just bought it. Yi Haifeng's eyes widened. You bought this? Yeah, Dad, let's get first. You both moved the items inside. Xiaoyu is back. Your mother smiled when she saw you. She always loved you the most. Brother, you're back. Yi Meng saw you and called out. You nodded with a smile. Yeah, holiday. Yi Meng was in her senior year. A month away from the college entrance exams. What did you buy? Go wash up and eat, Mom said. During dinner, Yi Haifeng couldn't help but ask, Xiaoyu, where did you get the money for the car? Mom and Yi Meng were stunned. Brother, you bought a car? You nodded. Dad, I didn't tell you. After I went to Shanghai City after the year, I started a company with some friends. It's doing quite well. I just bought a car since I was coming back. Started a company. Yi Haifeng was stunned. He didn't doubt his son's words, but it was just a lot to take in. Yeah, a tech company, making servers. What's a SOVO? Yi Haifeng didn't understand. He wasn't highly educated. That car is a BMW, right? After the new year, I went to Shanghai City and started a company with a few friends. The company is doing pretty well. This time, I came back and bought a car. Yi Haifeng was stunned by the news of the company. He didn't doubt his son's words, but his son starting a company caught him off guard. Yi Yu. Yeah, a tech company that makes and sells servers. What's a SOVO? Yi Haifeng had no idea. He wasn't well educated. That car is a BMW, right? How much did it cost? Yi Haifeng knows a thing or two about BMWs, Mercedes, and Autos. Yi Yu. About 2.8 million, less than 3 million. The whole family was stunned. Nearly 3 million. Yi Meng was the first to react. Brother, you're amazing. Yi Yu smiled slightly. It's nothing. Just focus on your studies. If you get into a good university, I'll grant you one wish. Anything you want, I'll do it. Yi father and mother took a long time to process it. A car worth nearly 3 million. Why are you wasting money like this? Why buy such an expensive car? Yi mother said crossly. Yi Yu, Mom, I'm a company bot now. After all, I can't be driving a cheap car, can I? Besides, this money is nothing. Yi Meng started to defend her brother. Exactly. Brother isn't a spendthrift. Mom, stop scolding him. Yi Haifeng, what kind of BMW is this? Why is it so expensive? Yi Yu, it's a BMW 7 Series, the top tier 760. After dinner, the family went outside. They looked at the luxury car worth nearly 3 million. Yi Meng even sat inside to try it out. It's so comfy. The interior is beautiful. The family looked at it for a while before going back inside. Yi mother, Xiaoyu, why don't you park it in the courtyard? Leaving it outside, someone might scratch it by accident. Yi father, right, better park it in the yard. It's not safe out there. Yi Yu sighed and parked the car in the yard. Their house was a big villa built a few years ago. It was originally meant for Yi Yu's wedding. Who knew the trends would change so fast? Now everyone wants an apartment in town. Building this yard cost them nearly 200,000. That's almost enough for a down payment in the city. Thinking about it, Yi Haifeng felt deep regret. If he hadn't spent money on the house, they could have bought a place in town long ago. That night, Yi Yu took some gifts and visited his grandparents with his dad. When they heard Yi Yu opened a company and bought a car for nearly 3 million, his grandparents were completely shocked. After staying for over an hour, Yi Yu returned home. Back home, Yi Meng was watching TV. Brother, you're back. Yi Yu sat on the sofa. What's up, Yi Meng? At dinner, you said if I get into a good university, you'd grant me a wish. Is that for real? Yi Yu, of course it's real. Anything your brother can do, Yi Meng. You can't go back on your word. Don't worry. When have I ever lied to you? After watching TV for a while, Yi Yu went to bed. Driving all day, he was a bit tired. He had just laid down to sleep when his phone pinged. What are you doing? Lu Feng sent him a message. Back when Yi Yu went on a blind date with her, they added each other. But later, whenever Yi Yu talked to her, she barely responded. They hadn't talked much since. Yi Yu took a glance, then put his phone aside. He didn't reply. That night, Yi Yu slept soundly. He didn't wake up until 7 a.m. the next day. Congratulations, post. Your wish has come true. You've gained 58.5% of Yuhao Tech. Hearing the system's voice, Yi Yu froze. Yuhao Tech? Isn't that the company I used to work for? I was fired just 2 days ago, and now I'm the major shareholder? He hurried to wash up. Yi father and mother were already up. Yi mother was making breakfast. Yi father was outside admiring the BMW 760. The more he looked, the more he liked it. He felt even more proud. My son has made something of himself. Every parent wants their child to succeed. As long as they do well. Parents don't mind the hardship. Yi Yu came out to the yard after washing up. Dad, looks good, right? It's a grand car. Yi father pretended to be calm. Just then, Yi Yu's phone rang. He answered. Hello, who is this? Is this Mr. Yi Yu? I'm Luo Hongwan from Morningstar Investment. The SE transfer for Yuhao Tech is ready. It's 58.5% of the shares. Should I bring them over to you? Luo Hongwan asked cautiously. This task was assigned from above, and he was specifically told to show the utmost respect. This is a big shot. Yi Yu, I'm not in Shanghai City right now. Wait a moment. I'll call you back in a bit. Understood, Mr. Yi. No rush. Yi Yu hung up and answered another call. Who is this? Is this Mr. Yi Yu? I'm Yan Fei from Beauty Investment. The 35% SA transfer contract for Yuhao Tech is ready. Where are you? I'll bring it to you personally. Yi Yu, I'm Yi Yu. Wait a moment. I'll call you back shortly. Understood, Mr. Yi. Take your time. I'll wait for you. The call ended. Yi father asked curiously. Who's calling about company business so early? Yi Yu smiled. Come on, let's eat. Yi mother's voice rang out. After breakfast, Yi Yu thought for a moment, then called He Manchue. The phone rang twice before she answered. Who is this? Yi Yu, it's me. I'm Yi Yu. He Manchue paused. He's calling me? Does he want his job back? After all, a job paying 7,000 to 8,000 isn't easy to find. If you want to come back, just come on the 4th. Yi Yu heard her and realized she misunderstood. Mess, he, are you still in Shanghai? Det, there's work to do. I'm working overtime at the office. He Manchue replied. Yi Yu, mess, he, I need a favor. What is it? He Manchue paused. You're not calling about work? Yi Yu, I'm having people from Morningstar and Beauty Investment go over. Please receive the SE transfer contracts for me. The two contracts total 58.5% of Yuhao Tech shares. Before he could finish, she hung up on him. He Manchue curled her lip. Calling me with this nonsense so early. He's probably just trying to chat me up. How boring. She dealt with this too often. Many men use all sorts of excuses to get close to her, then try to hit on her. Himanshu picked up her phone and blocked Yi Yu's number. Yesterday he said he was going home to inherit billions. Today he's talking about SA transfers. She had zero interest in Yi Yu, a man who talks big lie that she wouldn't even consider him. Yi Yu called the people from Morningstar and Beauty Investment back. He told them to deliver the contracts to Yu Hao Tech and hand them to administrative director Himanshu. Xiaoyu, are you still going on that blind date today? Yi Haifeng asked. With his son's current ability, he didn't need to go on blind dates. He could easily find a girlfriend in the city. Yi Yu understood his father's thoughts, but city girls aren't necessarily better than rural ones. City girls are exposed to more, have stronger vanity, and messier circles. He once saw a female colleague go to a hotel with someone she just met. He'd even seen women who, for a new phone, would play around with men. He'd seen women frequenting bars and clubs, living a decadent life. Maybe there are disciplined people in the city, but he hadn't met any. So in Yi Yu's view, he'd rather find a self-disciplined girl with a clean circle. Even if she isn't highly educated or lacks ability, that doesn't matter. What matters is her character. System task triggered, accept the blind date. Regardless of the outcome, reward 3 random item cards. Reject the blind date. Reward 1 random item card. Accept or reject. It's up to the host. Maybe a good mat is just 1 meeting away. Didn't the matchmaker say she looks pretty good? Might as well go and see. Yi Yu chose to accept the blind date task. After all, it rewards 3 item cards. Item cards were appearing for the first time. Yi Haifeng nodded. Fine, go and take a look. Soon, the matchmaker arrived. He was an old man in his 60s from the next village. Yi Haifeng hurried to welcome him inside. Xiaoyu, this is Grandpa Li from the next village. Grandpa, please sit. Yi Yu greeted him politely, then took out a cigarette and offered it to the old man. The old man saw the cigarette he offered and was shocked. Good heavens, soft donghua. He'd been a matchmaker for years and had smoked plenty of good cigarettes, but this was his first time with soft donghua. Working in Shanghai, young man? The old man asked while lighting the cigarette. Yi Yu, I started a company with some friends. The old man paused. Didn't your dad say you were working? Yi Haifeng explained. Uncle Li, this kid started a business with friends after the new year. He didn't tell me until yesterday. After chatting for a while, they got up to leave. Yi Yu shoved the half pack of soft donghua into his hand. Grandpa, take this pack for yourself. Oh, I couldn't possibly, the old man said, but his hand didn't refuse. He took it and put it in his pocket. Yi Yu drove the car out and Yi Haifeng and the old man got in. Young man, this is a BMW, right? How much did it cost? The old man asked. Yi Yu, not much, 2.8 or 2.9 million. Cough, cough, cough. The old man started coughing violently. What's wrong, Uncle Li? Yi Haifeng patted his back. The old man, I'm fine, just choked on the smoke. Let's go. I've already spoken to the girl's side. The car slowly drove out of the village. They ran into many elders on the road, and Yi Yu rolled down the window to greet them. The blind date was in the next village. On the way, the old man asked Yi Yu many questions. Lie how much he earned a month. 10 minutes later, the car arrived at the girl's house. The 3 of them got out and went inside. Yi Yu was no longer nervous. Lie his first blind date. Walking into the room, the girl's parents came to greet them. Both sides exchanged smiles. Yi Yu started handing out cigarettes and addressed them as uncle or grandpa. The girl's father saw the cigarette and was stunned. Soft donghua? Good heavens, he's showing off too much. If I hadn't checked your family's situation, I'd think you were rich. No house in town, no car. If it weren't for Uncle Li, I wouldn't even meet you people. Though he thought that, he kept a smile on his face. Everyone, please sit. When Yi Yu saw the girl, he was stunned. You old man, you're too wicked. This is what you call pretty good. She's not even 1.5 meters tall. And so fat. Damn, what kind of person are you setting me up with? The woman went into the West Room, and they both sat down. Wenxian, your family has a house down, right? Yi Yu thought, she's too direct. Yeah, not yet. Wenxian, I want to lie in the city later. I don't want to farm at home. Otherwise, my skin will get dark. Get rough. And become like a rural woman's. Your family doesn't have a car either, right? Without a car, it's inconvenient to go home from town. Too hot in summer, too cold in winter. Can't do without a car. It's too much suffering. A classmate of mine, she hasn't worked a day since she got married. Her husband supports her. She just plays all day. Can you give me a life like that? Sorry. She got up and walked out. He felt disgusted just talking to this woman. A happy life is built by both husband and wife, not just by the man's effort. A man spoiling you, accommodating you, that's fine, but you need to be gentle and virtuous and good at managing a home. If you think everything is the man's duty, then conflict will eventually erupt. Only wanting to take without knowing how to give. Love is never built by one person's effort. It requires 2 people to nurture it. When they returned to the East Room, the adults knew the situation. They were only in there for a few minutes. They clearly weren't interested in each other. Yi Haifeng got up to leave. The girl's family saw them to the door. It's a matter of etiquette. If they left, and you didn't see them off, people would say you're rude. When he saw the BMW 760 at the door, the girl's family was stunned. Wang Qian was stunned too. Is this their car? Seeing Yi Yu in the driver's seat, Wang Qian's head was buzzing. The car quickly drove away. Dad, didn't you say they didn't have a car? Wang Qian asked. Her father was confused too. I checked, they had no car, no house, and a sister still in school. Was that a BMW just now? It looked brand new. Wang Qian felt some regret. That's a BMW. She had never even seen one. Back home, her father called a distant relative in his village. Brother Li, what's up with Yi Haifeng's family? I just heard that his son opened a company in Shanghai. The BMW he drove back cost nearly 3 million. Wang Qian heard the voice on the phone too. Her whole family was stunned. Congratulations, host, you've completed the system task. You've gained a charm card, surprise card, and healing card. Yi Yu returned home and said to the old man, Grandpa Li, what kind of person did you set me up with? It's fine, if this one doesn't work, we'll find the next one. I'll definitely find you a good one. At first, he thought Yi Yu's family was poor, so he just found someone decent. He couldn't have told Yi Yu before, because your family has no conditions, and good families wouldn't look at you. That would be a waste of time. The old man stayed for a while and then left. Now it had spread throughout the village. Yi Haifeng's son opened a company in Shanghai and bought a BMW worth nearly 3 million. This news was fueled by Yi Yu's grandparents. Old people are happiest seeing their descendants succeed. When a group of old people sit together and talk about their children, it's a matter of pride. Shanghai City, Yu Hao Tech. Himanshu was working overtime in the office. Most employees were on holiday. Only she and a few others were still working. Knock, knock. A female employee walked in. Director, Mr. Luo from Morningstar Investment and Mr. Yan from Beauty Investment are here. They say they want to see you. Himanshu paused. What do they want with me? Shouldn't they be looking for the General Managio, Morningstar, and Beauty Investment are shareholders of Yuhao Tech? They were the ones who invested when the company raised funds, so they hold a lot of shares. Himanchue hurried out. Mr. Luo, Mr. Yen, why are you here? Luo Hongwan smiled. Director, Mr. Yi asked us to give you these SC transfer contracts. Please keep them safe. Right. This is our beauty investments. SC transfer contract for Yuhao Tech. Mr. Yi asked us to give it to you too. Himanchue was stunned. SC transfer contracts, Mr. Yi? She immediately thought of you. Her beautiful eyes widened. Could what he said be true? Director. This Mr. Yi is a big shot. Your company will definitely not be short of money. Luo Hongwan revealed a bit of news. He said this because he knew the shares sold were bought by the other party at twice the market price. That's typical of someone who isn't short of money. I have money. I'll buy it at a premium. After Luo Hongwan and Yin Fei left, Himanchue took the 2 contracts back to her office. She opened them and looked. They clearly stated that all shares were transferred to Yiyu, a total of 58.5% of the shares. With this stake, Yiyu is now the bot of Yuhao Tech. He could even fire the General Managio, Lu Jianhua. Thinking about this, Himanchue felt a bit nervous. She had just hung up on you. Will I be fired? Himanchue felt panicked and speechless. You rich people really know how to play, don't you? Working to experience life, then firing people and acquiring the company. Can you stop stressing out us ordinary people? Himanchue hurried to take out her phone and unblocked Yiyu's number. Then she called him. Hello, is this Mr. Yi? I'm Himanchue. Yiyu, oh, Director He. Did you receive the contracts? Himanchue hurried to reply. Yiyu, keep the contracts for me. I'll come and get them when I'm back. Understood, Mr. Yi. Yiyu, alright, nothing else, I'll hang up. You go back to work. After hanging up, Himanchue wondered. He doesn't seem angry. I shouldn't be fired, right? She didn't want to lose this job. Jobs like this aren't easy to find. On the other side, after hanging up, Yiyu went back to his room. He summoned the system and took out the 3 item cards. Charm card, permanently increases charm by 10 points. Surprise card, used to randomly receive a surprise. Healing card, can be used on anyone, must be used in person. Can cure any illness. Yiyu used the charm card. The card turned into golden light and entered his body. He looked himself over. Doesn't feel any different. He used the surprise card. Where's the surprise? Where's the promised surprise? Surprise card is in use. That afternoon, many matchmakers came to Yi's house. They had all heard the news and came to play matchmaker. Some were sent by women Yiyu had previously dated. Yi Haifeng turned them all away for now. Later, some neighbors came over to chat. His house used to be quiet. Now it's bustling. That's reality. That's human nature. At this moment, Yiyu felt he saw through some things. His neighbors were actually quite nice. They'd helped his family a lot before. It was the ones who never came before who were now showing up, which made him sigh. Yiyu stayed in his room, bored, playing phone games. Time passed quickly until dusk. The old man who came in the morning returned. Young man, this time Grandpa Li has a good one for you. This one will definitely satisfy you. The old man sat on the sofa and said. Yiyu didn't trust him much anymore, but thinking about the surprise card, is this old man here to deliver the surprise? Yi Haifeng said. Uncle Li, many matchmakers came today, but I turned them all away. Grandpa, don't worry. This one is definitely pretty and fits your young person's taste. Yi Haifeng looked at his son. He had to make the decision himself. Yiyu thought for a moment and said, fine. When can we meet? Tomorrow morning. I'll go back now and talk to the girl's side. With that, the old man hurried off. Yi Haifeng and Yiyu saw him off. Back inside. Yi Haifeng said to him, Xiaoyu, with your current ability, you could actually find a girl from the city. That would help your future career. If you could find someone with a background and strength, that would be even better. Yiyu understood his father's meaning. He meant for you to find someone equal status. Yiyu didn't agree with his father. He meant for Yiyu to find a suitable mat, not a rural girl who's beneath you. Yiyu didn't agree with his father. He has his own ideas about finding a girlfriend. After all, this is someone to spend his life with. A woman has to be someone he truly likes. As for dating the daughter of some company president, I'm afraid an average guy couldn't handle that. People at that level, they probably play around in all sorts of ways. Sure, maybe there are some who are self-disciplined, but those are definitely rare. It's a matter of probability. There are definitely open-minded girls in rural areas. Girls who don't respect themselves. That's also a matter of probability. To put it simply, pure and kind girls, they exist in both big cities and rural areas, but the odds are higher in the countryside. There are just too many temptations in big cities. Very few can actually resist them. Some rural girls go to cities to work. Others stay in small towns or counties. Maybe very few can keep that innocence. Fine, it's your life. You make the call. Yi Haifeng didn't say anything more to his son. After dinner, Yiyu went back to his room. He checked his phone and, wow, several girls he'd met before had messaged him. Some were asking what he was doing. Others were asking if he was busy. They were really enthusiastic. He played games for a while, then went to sleep. The next morning, Yiyu didn't hear the system's voice. Maybe he didn't dream last night, or maybe the dream was too wild. Even the system couldn't make it happen, but he didn't really care. He was already content with what the system gave him. At 8 in the morning, the matchmaker arrived. Hey, young man, why do you look so much more energetic today? The old man asked, looking a bit surprised. Yi Haifeng, I think so too. I thought I was seeing things. Yiyu was stunned for a moment. Could the charm card be working? Yiyu isn't exactly handsome, but he's definitely decent looking. With the effect of the charm card, his personal appeal had increased significantly. After chatting for a bit, Yiyu set off with his father and the old man. In the car, the old man started talking. The girl's family is a distant relative of mine. She's a real beauty. Before seeing her in person, Yiyu didn't really believe him. At the same time, he checked the surprise card. It showed it was still active. 10 minutes later, Yiyu's car entered a village. This village wasn't close to Yi Village, but it wasn't too far either. The old man directed him. Go straight. Turn right at that utility pole and go a bit further. Following the old man's directions, Yiyu's car arrived in front of a rather old gate. Their house was the old bungalow type, just like Yiyu's family used to have. The gate was an old-fashioned iron one. The old man opened it and led them inside. Hearing the noise, the people in the house got up and came out. Yiyu looked at the people emerging. First came a middle-aged couple, about the same age as Yiyu's parents. Then came a girl with long hair, looking beautiful and pure. She was about 1.64 meters tall. Her long hair tied back, revealing a fair forehead and delicate features. She was also secretly sizing Yiyu up. When their eyes met, the girl quickly turned away, her face blushing, feeling a bit shy. Yiyu's heart started pounding. He could say for sure, this girl was the prettiest one he'd ever met. From her reaction, He could roughly tell her personality. She was the type he liked. Of course, this still needed deeper understanding. Only after knowing someone for a long time can you truly understand what kind of person they are. Right after, an 18 or 19-year-old girl and a little boy came out. That girl also looked quite nice. They must be her younger sister and brother. Come inside, come inside. The girl's parents smiled, welcoming them into the house. The old man had already told them about Yi Yu's situation, and they were very satisfied. They had also prepared their daughter beforehand. Yi Yu took out cigarettes for the father and the old man. His own dad didn't smoke, so he didn't offer him any. Then he opened the candy and shared it with the girl's sister and brother. Usually, blind dates here involve cigarettes and candy. You two go to the West Room and have a chat. The old man said to them, Det, Xiaochang, go talk in the West Room. The girl's parents also chimed in. Yi Yu and Xiaoqing went to the West Room. There was only a double bed in the room. They sat on the edge of the bed. From Yi Yu's observation, he could tell the family's conditions weren't great. Yi Yu glanced at Xiaoqing beside him. She was looking down slightly, her face showing a faint blush. He smiled and took the initiative. My name is Yi Yu. What's your name? My name is Xiaochang. Yi Yu, where do you work now? Xiaoqing, I work in Shanghai City as a cashier at a supermarket. Yi Yu chatted with her, and soon Xiaoqing relaxed a lot. He didn't deny he had a good impression of her, but an impression is just an impression. How things develop between them. He needed to understand Xiaoqing as a person. Xiaoqing definitely needed to understand him too. When are you going back to Shanghai? Yi Yu asked with a faint smile. Xiaoqing, I have a train tomorrow night. I have to work the day after. After spending some time together, Xiaoqing also had a good impression of Yi Yu. He didn't seem like the arrogant person she imagined. Yi Yu, I heard from my uncle. You started a company in Shanghai? Yeah, just trying it out. It's going pretty well. Xiaoqing, you're so young and already have your own career. That's really impressive. Without realizing it, half an hour had passed. Yi Yu. I didn't realize it's been half an hour. Let me add you on WeChat. We can chat online. Xiaochang nodded slightly. Then they walked out of the room. Seeing them talk for so long, the parents knew they must have hit it off. Xiaoqing's family saw them to the door and only turned back after the car left. Wow, sister. Was that my future brother-in-law's car? A BMW. So beautiful. Xiaoming said. Xiaoqing's face turned red. What future brother-in-law? You're probably nonsense. I'll hit you. Back at home, Xiao's father asked his daughter. Xiaochang, what do you think? It's so cool. Xiaoqing felt a bit shy and embarrassed. Her parents were happy to see her reaction. If it's so cool, that's good. I also think this young man is quite good. His family conditions are good. Keep talking to him. Grab onto such an excellent young man. There are definitely many people. Her mother reminded her. Det, Xiaochang, you must hold on to him. On the other side, on the way back, the old man asked, young man, how was it? Yi Yu nodded slightly. It's so cool. We can keep talking later and get to know each other better. Back home, the old man left after a few words. Yi Haifeng asked him, Xiao Yu, isn't their family condition a bit too poor? And she has a younger brother. You'll probably have to support them later. Yi Yu smiled. Dad, it's fine. As long as she's the right person. Helping out is fine. Yeah, I'll listen to you. If you ask her out to play tomorrow. Yes, mother and Yi Meng soon came over, asking about the blind date. After Yi Yu finished, he went back to his room. Ding. System task initiated. Become boyfriend and girlfriend with Xiaochang. Success reward, 1 billion cash, 3 random item cards. Failure reward, 100 million cash, 1 random item card. This task is actually pretty good. Yi Yu lay on the bed playing on his phone. He noticed someone added him. The note was Himanchue. He accepted it. Soon, Himanchue sent a message. Mr. Yi, hello, I am Himanchue. What's up? What do you need? Yi Yu asked curiously. Himanchue. Nothing, Mr. Yi, just wanted to add you. For easier contact later. When are you coming back? Probably the 4th. Yi Yu thought for a moment and replied. Yi Yu sent a message to Xiaoqing. What are you doing? Watching TV? Xiaoqing replied to him quickly. I'm fine, just lying on the bed. That day, Yi Yu and Xiaoqing chatted all day. Through chatting, Yi Yu understood her a bit better. A detail, a sentence. Sometimes they can reflect a person's character. Later, Yi Yu invited her to go out tomorrow. And she agreed. May 3rd, after 8 in the morning, Yi Yu drove to find Xiaoqing after breakfast. Arriving at Xiaoqing's house, Xiaoqing's parents were very enthusiastic. Why they were enthusiastic, Yi Yu knew very well. Xiaoqing saw him, and for some reason, she was always a bit shy. Uncle, aunt, we're leaving. Yi Yu said to her parents. Oh cool, drive carefully on the road. Yi Yu got into the car. Xiaoqing sat in the passenger seat. She saw the luxurious interior, and was stunned for a moment. Yi Yu drove the car slowly out of the village. Xiaoqing sat in the car, feeling a bit constrained and nervous. It was her first time riding in such a nice car. Usually, after a blind date, if they have a good impression of each other, they would go out the next day. The places to go are just the county town or malls, then have a meal to deepen their understanding. The hometown isn't like Shanghai City. There's nothing fun to do. They can only walk around the mall and buy things, then have a meal. Yi Yu drove directly to the county town. They were about 30 to 40 miles away, not too far. Yi Yu saw she was a bit constrained, and smiled. Do you work in Shanghai alone? No. A classmate of mine works there. She introduced me to the job. Yi Yu, you didn't finish high school either? I finished up to the 3rd year of high school. Then I didn't want to continue and dropped out. Yeah, me too. 3rd year of high school. Have you ever had a boyfriend before? Yi Yu couldn't help but ask. Xiaoqing, no. Yi Yu was stunned. In this day and age, at this age, someone who hasn't dated, if she were ugly, he could understand. But Xiaoqing wasn't ugly at all. On the contrary, she was very pretty. Could this be the effect of the surprise card? If she really hadn't dated, that would be a huge surprise. Although he didn't have a strong obsession with virginity. Who wouldn't want their girlfriend to be firsthand? Have you ever had a girlfriend? Xiaoqing asked curiously. Yi Yu nodded. There was no need to lie about this. I dated when I was working before. Yi Yu gave a dry laugh. You must have had many people chasing you? Xiaoqing continued to ask. Yi Yu, no, I went on a blind date last year. I went on a motorcycle. They didn't even let me in the door. Xiaoqing was stunned, then pursed her lips and smiled. I guess her family is regretting it to death now. After chatting for a while, Xiaoqing wasn't so constrained anymore. Yi Yu turned on the carmio dike. The volume wasn't loud. In about 20 minutes, they entered the county town. The hometown county town isn't very prosperous, but compared to the town, it's much better. There are quite a few large malls, and parks too. Let's go to the park for a while first. Yi Yu asked Xiaoqing. Xiaoqing gave a soft He drove to the park and found a place to park. There were quite a few cars parked around because it was the May Day holiday, so the park was very crowded. Many people had come back for the holiday. They walked in the park, chatting as they went. Without realizing it, Yi Yu grabbed her hand. Xiaoqing felt her heart rate increase. Her face flushed and felt a bit hot. She wondered if she should struggle, but in the end, she didn't. When Yi Yu learned she hadn't dated before, he decided to speed up his offensive. Opportunities are fleeting. Only those who know how to seize them will succeed. Yi Yu saw she didn't struggle, and was happy. She had been single for over a year, and finally, the light hope was getting single appeared. They chatted as they walked. when suddenly a voice rang out, Xia Cheng. Yi Yu and Xia Qing turned to look. They saw a man not far away looking their way. It really is you, Xia Cheng. The man walked toward them. Xia Qing, you're Yang Wei? Yang Wei? That name is quite unique. Yang Wei was in a black suit, looking like either a business elite or a government official. Yeah, it's me. This is Yang Wei. Saw Yi Yu holding Xia Qing's hand and was stunned. Yi Yu, I'm her boyfriend. Xia Qing was stunned, and Yang Wei was stunned too. Yang Wei sized him up. Hello, I'm Yang Wei. Xia Qing's high school classmate. I work in the county government now. If you need anything, you can find me. After saying that, he secretly looked at Xia Cheng. Yi Yu saw his little move and felt a bit of disdain. You're just a low-level clerk. What are you acting for? Hello, I'm Yi Yu. Yi Yu replied simply. Xia Qing didn't intend to talk much to this person either. After a few words, Yi Yu and Xia Qing said they were leaving. Yang Wei, I was planning to leave too. Let's go together. How did you guys come? Do you need me to drive you, Yi Yu? Thanks, no need. We drove here too. Yang Wei didn't say much more. Actually, in high school, he liked Xia Qing. No other reason than Xia Qing being too pretty and having that gentle personality. But later Xia Qing suddenly dropped out, which made him feel some regret. Now that he met her, his heart felt hot again. He didn't want to pursue Xia Qing and marry her. He just wanted to play around. The three of them soon walked outside the park. Yang Wei walked to his car. And when he saw the BMW 760 next to it, he was stunned. Wow, when did the county town get a BMW 760? This wasn't an ordinary 7 Series. This was the top-of-the-line 7 Series. A luxury car worth nearly $3 million. His car was a Volkswagen Magoten worth about $200,000. Although it was much worse than the BMW 760. He didn't think it could be compared to Yi Yu's car. He looked at Yi Yu and said, Brother, how's my car? New Magoten 2.0T, turbocharged, plenty of horsepower. My dad bought it for me for over $200,000. Yi Yu nodded. It's pretty good. After that, he owned the BMW 760. Xiao Chang, let's go. Xia Cheng got in. Yi Yu got in too. And then they slowly drove away, leaving Yang Wei standing there dumbfounded. Damn, this BMW 760 is his car? Yang Wei's face turned red instantly. A Magoten 2.0T, actually trying to show off in front of a BMW 760. If this got out, people would laugh their heads off. The BMW 760 has a 6.6 12-cylinder engine, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.8 seconds. Even some supercars aren't that fast. Your classmate is quite interesting, Yi Yu said with a smile. Xia Cheng, in high school, he relied on his family background to look down on others. He's still the same now, but he does have the capital to do so. Many people who study well, their future might not be as good as Yi Yu. Yeah, this is society. This is reality. Some people are born with advantages. If it were Yang Wei, without family connection background, he wouldn't be able to get into a government department even if he died. That's a natural advantage. Later, Yi Yu and Xia Cheng went to the mall. Yi Yu bought her a long dress, and Xia Cheng accepted it. Because if she didn't accept it, it would mean she didn't lie him. For lunch, they had malatang. Yi Yu hadn't eaten it for a long time, and missed the taste. After 2 in the afternoon, they headed back. On the way back, Yi Yu received a call from Himanshu. What? The company has something? Oh cool. Then I'll rush back tonight. Then he hung up. Himanshu on the other end was confused. She didn't quite understand what Yi Yu meant. You had me called just to say that? Forget it. I don't understand the life of the rich. Yi Yu said to Xia Qing. The company has something. I have to rush back to Zhanghai tonight. Since you're going too, let's go together. I'll take you. Xia Qing was suspicious. Is there really such a coincidence in the world? Really? I'm not lying to you. Yi Yu said seriously. Xia Qing nodded. Oh cool. I have a colleague. I'll call her in a bit to let her know. I had planned to take the train with her. Yi Yu, it's fine. Bring her along too. Anyway, there's plenty of room. Soon, Yi Yu drove to Xia Qing's house. He took the fruit he bought and walked in with Xia Qing. Her parents were very enthusiastic. Yi Yu chatted for a while and then went home. Back home, he told his parents and started packing his things. On the other side, Xia Qing told her parents, Mom and Dad, Yi Yu was going back to Zhanghai today too. He said he'd take me back to Zhanghai on his way. That's great, Xiao's father said quickly. Don't you guys worry about me at all? Xia Qing called her friend Wang Jin. Jinjin, you should cancel your train ticket. What's wrong? Wang Jinjin asked curiously. Xia Qing, someone is taking us to Zhanghai. We'll come pick you up in a bit. Who? Xia Cheng. My blind date. What? Your blind date? Looks like you have feelings for him too. I have to see him. Don't let some pig snatch you away. Xia Qing face turned red again. Don't talk nonsense. We just have a good impression of each other. We don't know each other that well yet. Wang Jinjin. Enough. I'll cancel the ticket first. Come pick me up at my house later. After talking to Wang Jinjin, Xia Qing told Yi Yu. Yi Yu finished packing at home and set off. It was about 4 in the afternoon. It only took 10 minutes to get to Xia Qing's house. Xia Qing's things were already packed. She only had one backpack. Yi Haifeng, drive carefully on the road. Xia's father said kindly. Yi Yu nodded. Oh cool, uncle, aunt, you guys go back. Xiao Chang, call your mom when you get there. Xia Qing's mother said. Xia Qing, got it. After saying that, she sat in the passenger seat. Yi Yu drove the car and slowly left. Xia Qing said to him, my friend is in Wangjiazwang. You know how to get there, right? Yi Yu knew. I've been to Wangjiazwang village. 10 minutes later, Yi Yu drove to Wang Jinjin's house. At this time, Wang Jinjin's family was already waiting at the door. When they saw a BMW driving over, Wang Jinjin's family was stunned. The car stopped next to them, and then Yi Yu and Xia Qing got out. Xiao Chang, it really is you. Wang Jinjin was surprised, and at the same time turned to look at Yi Yu. He looked quite good. And he drove this kind of car. No wonder Xia Qing was moved. If it were her, she would be willing too. But he was her best friend's date. She couldn't have any ideas. Yi Yu greeted Wang Jinjin's parents. Wang Jinjin was a typical ordinary rural girl. Average looking, but lively and cheerful. Yi Yu helped her put her things in the trunk. Yi Yu greeted Wang Jinjin's parents. Wang Jinjin was just an ordinary rural girl. Average looking, but lively and cheerful. Yi Yu helped her put things in the trunk. She opened the back door. Looking at the interior, she muttered 2 words. Damn, Yi Yu. This car only has 2 back seats. They're as good as first-class airline seats. The center console connects to the front. Once inside, Wang Jinjin spoke up. Mom, Dad, you 2 go back now. I'll call you when I arrive. Yi Yu drove away from there. Just as he pulled away, Wang Jinjin asked from the back, what kind of BMW is this? I've never seen one like this. Yi Yu explained. This is the top-spec BMW 760 V12. I don't know cars. Just tell me the price. Wang Jinjin asked directly. Yi Yu, it's about 2.8 or 2.9 million. Wang Jinjin's eyes widened. So expensive? Damn. What do you do for a living? Yi Yu, I run a company. 11IO is still going on blind dates back home? That's really something. Don't you have plenty of women? Right, he thought. By the way, Yi Yu was indeed lacking women. He didn't have a circle in Shanghai City and couldn't reach the upper class society. He never thought about finding someone upper class. Just finding someone compatible is enough. 20 minutes later, Yi Yu drove into the county town. Let's go grab a bite to eat first, then buy some snacks, so we have something to eat if we get hungry. Xia Qing and Wang Jinjin nodded. Yi Yu found a decent looking restaurant. When paying the bill after eating, Yi Yu found that Wang Jinjin had already paid. When did you pay the bill? How much? I'll transfer it to you. Yi Yu said to Wang Jinjin. Wang Jinjin, no need. Consider it my treat for you in China. Besides, I'm riding in your car. The travel fare alone is worth more than this. Yi Yu didn't dwell on it. He felt Xia Qing had a great friend. The three of them bought some more things. Xia Qing insisted on paying for the items. She knew Yi Yu was rich, but she didn't want him to pay for everything. That wouldn't be fair to him. Yi Yu drove onto the highway quickly. He turned on the Miodike. Wang Jinjin said to Xia Qing, Qing, take a 60 for me. I bet I could go VRO. Xia Qing rolled her eyes at her. No way, Wang Jinjin, stop joking. If I film, it's not lie, it's my boyfriend's car. Xia Qing's face turned slightly red. Feeling a bit hot, Wang Jinjin is quite nigh. Past 11 p.m. Wang Jinjin got sleepy and fell asleep. Yi Yu, do you want to take a break? Xia Qing said to him. Yi Yu, no, I'm not tired. You should rest for a while. It'll take about 4 more hours to arrive. Xia Qing was indeed a bit sleepy. She leaned back and closed her eyes. She fell asleep in less than a minute. Yi Yu stole a glance at her. He was very satisfied with Xia Qing. Both her looks and her personality matched his standards perfectly. Around 4 a.m., they entered Shanghai City. By now, Xia Qing had woken up. She hadn't slept for long. We lie in Taxing Garden, Changdal District. Yi Yu navigated there directly. Shanghai City is huge, with over a dozen districts. Even those who lie here for years don't necessarily know them all. Half an hour later, the car drove into Taxing Garden. It stopped downstairs at building 19. Jinjin, wake up. We're here. Xia Qing hurriedly woke Wang Jinjin up. Wang Jinjin, we're here already? What time is it? Yi Yu didn't take them upstairs because it wasn't very convenient. The place they lived was provided by the company, a 3-bedroom apartment housing 6 female employees. Yi Yu sat in the car and thought. Then he went back to his small rental. In such a big city, he had no place of his own. Although he was rich now, he still didn't qualify to buy a house. After all, this is a first-tier city. The international metropolis has purchase restrictions. Buying a house here requires meeting several conditions. Though, with some connections, one could buy one. But Yi Yu had no connections and had never entered the upper-class circle. With no connections, he returned to his rental. Yi Yu lay down and fell asleep. When he opened his eyes again, it was already past 5 p.m. Congratulations, post. Your wish has come true. You have received a luxury seaside villa. Yi Yu was stunned. A seaside villa? That's nigh. He washed up. Then he took out his phone to track. At 1:30 p.m., Xia Qing had sent a message. Are you awake? I'm heading to work. I'll be off after 9 p.m. Yi Yu replied to her. Just woke up. I'm going out to handle something. Talk tonight. He put his phone away. Yi Yu went downstairs and got in his car. Then he called He Manchue. Director Yi, where are you? Mr. Yi, I was just about to get off work. He Manchue hurriedly replied to Yi Yu. I'll come find you. Bring the contract. Let's meet at the Chinese restaurant next to the office. My treat. Alright, Mr. Yi. Half an hour later, Yi Yu arrived at the Chinese restaurant. He scanned the room and saw He Manchue. Then he walked over and sat opposite her. He Manchue was stunned when she saw him. This person who looked even younger than her. Could it be Yi Yu? Are you Mr. Yi? Yi Yu smiled. It seems director he has forgotten me. I met you when I interviewed for the company. Mr. Yi, please don't call me director. Just call me Manchue. If I offended you in the past, I hope you won't mind. He Manchue said cautiously. After speaking, she hurriedly handed the contract to Yi Yu. Here is the contract. Mr. Yi, please take a look. Yi Yu took it and looked it over, confirmed it was fine and set it aside. Thank you, Ms. He. The name Manchue felt a bit too intimate. He couldn't bring himself to say it. Ms. He was more appropriate. Mr. Yi, there's something I don't know if I should say. Yi Yu, Ms. He. Go ahead and speak. He Manchue hesitated for a moment. My Najio Lu seems to be transferring company assets, selling off the shares he holds. Yi Yu was stunned when he heard her words. Lu Jianhua is transferring company assets, selling off his shares? Yuhao Tech is not what it used to be. Lu Jianhua used to be the largest shareholder, with absolute say in the company. Now Yi Yu has become the largest shareholder, with absolute say. He could fire Lu Jianhua with one word. Lu Jianhua felt the threat, so he was secretly transferring assets and selling shares. The reason He Manchue told Yi Yu was because she didn't want to lose this job. If Lu Jianhua transfers the assets and succeeds in selling the shares, his departure would surely put the company in trouble. The company would likely go bankrupt. Are you sure? Yi Yu asked, looking at her. He Manchue, the deputy finance director, is a good friend of mine. She told me about this too. She thinks there's an issue with recent orders. She told me. Yi Yu, I understand. I will remove him from his position tomorrow morning. By the way, who are his cronies in the company? The sales director, procurement director, and finance director. These three are He Manchue. Back to Yi Yu. Why are you telling me this? He Manchue answered seriously. Because I don't want to lose this job. Yi Yu nodded slightly. Then he called the waiter over. They ordered some food. While eating, Yi Yu received a call from the Hualong Villa sales office. May I ask if you are Mr. Yi Yu? I am Gao Hui, the Managio of the Hualong Villa sales office. Where are you? I'll bring the keys to you. Yi Yu, no need. I'll come over after I finish eating. Just wait for me there. Alright, Mr. Yi. He hung up. Yi Yu felt a bit emotional. Being rich and not being rich is different. When you have no money, you try to talk to people. They don't even bother with you. Once you have money, they call you Mr. Yi, with such respect. This is both normal and abnormal. If it were Yi Yu himself, he felt he would be just like these people. After dinner, it was past 6 p.m. The sky had just turned dark. The two walked out of the restaurant. Yi Yu looked at He Manchue and said, Ms. He, do you need a ride? He Manchue smiled. No need, Mr. Yi. I lie nearby. Yi Yu got in the car and drove away from there. He Manchue saw his car. She felt a bit awkward. It really was the same car as my Najiolu's. Lu Jianhua was over 50 years old, and he was only in his 20s. Hualong Seaside Villa is located in Shanghai District. Shanghai District is adjacent to Jinshan District, so it wasn't very far. About half an hour later, Yi Yu arrived at the Hualong Villa sales office. The sales office was brightly lit and luxurious. Yi Yu got out of the car. A sea breeze blew by, bringing a hint of coolness. He walked into the sales office. There were two people sitting there. Seeing someone enter, they hurriedly stood up. Hello, sir. Yi Yu looked at the two and said, I'm here to pick up the keys. Gao Hui hurriedly said, you must be Mr. Yi Yu, right? Yi Yu took out his ID card. After they verified it and and confirmed it was correct. Gao Hui planned to take him to see the villa personally. Gao Hui got in the car. She naturally recognized Yi Yu's car, a BMW 7 Series 760, worth about 3 million. This car wasn't quite enough in this neighborhood. There were almost no cars under 5 million here. Luxury cars worth tens of millions were everywhere. However, Gao Hui didn't dare to look down on Yi Yu. Hualong's Seaside Villa is the most top-tier and luxurious neighborhood in Shanghai. The average villa here costs between 200 and 300 million. Yi Yu's villa was one of the top few in the area, selling for nearly 400 million. The strength of someone who can spend 400 million is unquestionable. Yi Yu drove to the entrance of the neighborhood. There were 8 young security guards standing at the gate, standing straight, clearly people who had received professional training. After the access card was scanned, the barrier lifted. The main road in the neighborhood was very wide. The scenery on both sides was also very nice. Villa 36 is your residence, Gao Hui said with a smile from the passenger seat. After speaking, she stared at Yi Yu with her beautiful eyes. She was good-looking and had a great figure, wearing a black professional skirt suit. Yi Yu drove the car into the courtyard of Villa 36. Getting out, he saw an outdoor swimming pool. There were flowers and trees nearby. Walking to the front door, Yi Yu took out the door card and placed it on the sensor. The smart door opened automatically. The furniture and appliances inside were all complete, and they were all top-tier furniture and appliances. The chandelier in the living room alone was worth hundreds of thousands. When Yi Yu opened the door, the lights in the house turned on automatically. Smart technology was integrated into every appliance. However, current smart technology was limited. It couldn't achieve the kind of intelligence seen in movies. Mr. Yi, there are 2 floors. There are 8 rooms in total. Each room has a bathroom. These appliances are the most advanced smart appliances available. Gao Hui introduced the situation inside the villa in detail. She also took him to see every room. When they reached the last room on the first floor, Gao Hui smiled. Mr. Yi, do you need any other services? After speaking, she walked in front of Yi Yu, standing very close. She emitted a faint fragrance. Very attractive. Yi Yu heard her words and saw her actions. He knew what she was implying. No need, Manajio Gao, thank you. Yi Yu politely declined her. Gao Hui smiled slightly and didn't mind. This is my contact information. Mr. Yi, whenever you are interested, you can call me. I guarantee you'll be satisfied. This was her side job. This side job brought her a very high income every month. An income she couldn't earn in a year of working. Yi Yu took the business card. Alright, I'll call Manajio Gao if I need anything. Gao Hui turned and walked out, leaving Yi Yu's villa. Watching Gao Hui's graceful figure, Yi Yu sighed. What a pity. She's pretty. Why does she do this business? I wonder which honest man will take the bait later. From the outside, you couldn't tell Gao Hui was lied at. In this materialistic society, that's just how it is. Some people earn a few thousand a month and lie a hat-pie life. Some people earn tens of thousands, yet feel they don't earn enough, trying every way to make more money, to satisfy their vanity for luxury goods and luxury cars. Gao Hui was probably the latter. Yi Yu sat on the luxury sofa and turned on the TV. He never had a TV in his old rental. He hadn't watched one in a long time. After 8 p.m., he turned off the TV. He went to the master bedroom on the 2nd floor. He took a shower first, then lay on the bed worth hundreds of thousands. This bed was so comfortable. The life of the rich is truly great. 9 p.m. Yi Yu sent a message to Xia Qing. Are you off work? Thinking of Xia Qing, he still liked her quite a bit. Women like Gao Hui, although pretty and fashionable, had already become dirty. They couldn't be compared to Xia Qing at all. About 5 or 6 minutes later, Xia Qing replied, just got off work and finished cleaning up. Jinjin and I are on our way back to the dorm. Are you tired? Take care of yourself. Yi Yu didn't know any flirting techniques, just simple greetings, but this felt more real. I'm used to it, not tired. What are you doing now? Xia Qing asked. Yi Yu, just relaxing on the bed. Xia Qing, have you finished dealing with your company matters? Yi Yu, not yet, I'll handle it tomorrow. On the other side, Xia Qing and Wang Jinjin and 2 other colleagues were walking back to their place. Qing, who are you chatting with? Chatting while walking? A young girl next to her asked. Wang Jinjin, her boyfriend. Do you guys know what car Qing's boyfriend drives? What car? The 2 next to her asked curiously. Wang Jinjin, a top-spec BMW 760 V12 engine. I specifically searched for it online. Nearly 3 million. Wow, no way. Qing, where did you find such a rich kid? Does he have any buddies? Introduce them to us. Li Yu and Wang Yan hurriedly said. Xia Qing's face turned red and she explained. Don't listen to Jinjin's nonsense. We aren't boyfriend and girlfriend yet. We just met not long ago. Why are you still hesitating about a boyfriend like that? Driving a luxury car worth millions. He must have a house in Shanghai, right? Li Yu hurriedly said. Xia Qing smiled slightly. She didn't explain much more. Her thoughts and philosophy were different from theirs. She wanted to find a man she could spend her life with. Not for money. If you only have money but no happiness, what's the point? Qing, how did you meet him? Such a rich kid? Teach us. Wang Yan asked curiously. Wang Jinjin, they met on a blind date back home. And he's a self-made man, not a rich kid. Li Yu and Wang Yan were stunned. No way. Do such rich people still go home for blind dates? What kind of woman can't such a rich person find? Xia Qing returned to her place and washed up. Then she chatted with Yi Yu until about 10:30. The 2 went to sleep. The next morning around 7 a.m., Yi Yu started to wash up and get up. He was too lazy to cook by himself. After washing up, he drove out of the neighborhood. Along the way, Yi Yu saw many luxury cars. There were many he didn't recognize, but among the ones he did, none were under 5 or 6 million. This shows what kind of people lie in this neighborhood. Hualong's Seaside Villa is the top seaside villa neighborhood in Shanghai. The people living here are either rich or powerful. After Yi Yu left the neighborhood, he found a random breakfast stop to eat something. Then he arrived at the Donghua building, where Yuhao Tech is located. Yuhao Tech is on the 9th floor of the Donghua building. The entire 9th floor belongs to Yuhao Tech. The monthly rent is an astronomical figure. Yi Yu arrived at Yuhao Tech. He went straight to the General Managio's office. At this time, Lu Jianhua had already arrived. He was stunned when he saw Yi Yu enter. Who are you? I am Yi Yu, the largest shareholder of Yuhao Tech. Lu Jianhua, you have now been removed from your position as General Managio, and you are suspected of transferring company funds. Wait to be investigated. Yi Yu said, looking at him calmly. Lu Jianhua was stunned. He was naturally familiar with the name Yi Yu. He had just bought the shares of Yuhao Tech from Chen Xing and the investment company a few days ago. At a high price. He just didn't expect Yi Yu to be so young. Lu Jianhua quickly reacted. Mr. Yi, there might be some misunderstanding here. Please sit down and listen to my explanation. Suspected of embezzling company funds? That is absolutely not true. Where did Mr. Yi hear that? Lu Jianhua was very curious. He thought he had done it very secretly, and Yi Yu had just taken over the company. He shouldn't know about this. Yi Yu glanced at him calmly. Do you think I don't have my own people in the company? Those orders yesterday almost used up all the company's liquid funds. Lu Jianhua was shocked. When did he get his people into the company? Did he arrange his own people in the company long ago? He should be a rich kid, right? Why did he target my company? My company is just average, right? Yi Yu, I'll give you 2 choices now. First, I'll buy the remaining shares for 20 20 million. After that, Yuhao Tech will have nothing to do with you. Second, you can continue to be a shareholder. But regarding the suspicion of transferring company assets, I will hand this matter over to the authorities. Mr. Yi, is 20 million a bit too little? The market value of the shares in Lu Jianhua's hands was nearly 50 million. Yi, that's all there is. Not a penny more. If you don't want to sell, you don't have to. Lu Jianhua complained in his heart. If he chose not to sell, if Yi continued to invest in the company later, then his shares would be diluted. In the end, he might not even be able to sell them for 20 million. After thinking for a few minutes, Lu Jianhua finally agreed to his request. After both sides drafted the contract, Yi transferred the money to him. Lu Jianhua finished packing his things and left the company directly. Congratulations, host, for receiving a company that is entirely yours. Limited edition Ferrari F60, 2 random prop cards. Yi heard the system's voice. He was stunned. I can get rewards for this too? Then, he called all the company's senior management for a meeting. In the company conference room, the directors were surprised to see a new face sitting there. Who is this person? Could he be the new major shareholder? Only He Manchue recognized him. Yi looked at everyone calmly and said, "Let me introduce myself. My name is Yi. From now on, I am the general manager of Yuhao Tech. Lu Jianhua. His shares have all been acquired by me." As soon as these words were spoken, everyone was shocked. He even acquired my Najio Lu shares? Then this company belongs to him now? Yi. Next, I'll talk about personnel changes. The sales director, finance director, and procurement director. Hand in your resignation letters today. These 3 were all Lu Jianhua's cronies. He naturally couldn't keep them. He Manchue is promoted to group vice president, responsible for everything in the company. He Manchue was slightly stunned when she heard this. I'm the vice president? This was something she hadn't expected. Others didn't expect it either. Thank you, Mr. Yi. I will definitely not let you down. He Manchue hurriedly returned to Yi Yu's company. Everything else remains the same. Work hard, everyone. Yi Yu, won't let you down. In everyone's eyes, Yi Yu must be a wealthy second gen with deep connections. The company shouldn't run out of money in the future. And facing a bot like this, it's better than dealing with an old fox like Lu Jianhua. That's all for today's meeting. Department heads, please convey this to your teams. Meski, come to my office for a moment. He Manchue followed him into the office. Yi Yu, you decide on the directors for sales, procurement, and finance. Once you have the list, let me know. Also, have this office renovated and notify the production plant about the personnel changes. Yuhao Tech has its own production plant, but core parts are imported, along with some simple components. We assemble them here before selling them. Mr. Yi. Is there anything else? Go get to work. He Manchue turned and walked out of the office. Today, all employees at Yuhao Tech knew the general managio had changed. Yi Yu stood before the floor-to-ceiling window, watching the endless trim of traffic below. He never expected to be sitting in this office one day. Life felt like it was playing a joke on him. If all of this were a dream, he hoped he wouldn't wake up too soon. Yi Yu took out his phone and messaged Xia Qing. What are you doing? Xia Qing doesn't work in the morning. She starts her shift at 2 p.m. and works until 9 p.m. But Yi Yu didn't know that. Xia Qing works part-time at a drink stop during her free time. Wang Jinjin usually goes with her. She didn't really want to go, but she couldn't resist Xia Qing's pestering. Just as Yi Yu finished messaging Xia Qing, his phone rang. Is this Mr. Yi Yu? I'm from Lead International Shipping Group. Your car has arrived at the Zhanghai port. Please send me your address. I'll have it delivered to your home. A man's voice spoke up. Lead International is a major logistics group, one of the top 10 in the world. Their operations span the globe, and they are very powerful. Yi Yu, I'm at the office right now. Please deliver the car to my residence. I'll be there shortly. Understood, Mr. Yi. He hung up. Yi Yu searched online for the Ferrari F60 America. Then he froze, because this car was released for Ferrari's 60th anniversary, a limited edition luxury supercar. There are only 10 in the world. The original price was nearly 20 million. Now, car enthusiasts wouldn't even sell it for 50 million. Owning this car is a symbol of status and prestige. Currently, Yi Yu's is the only one in the country. The car is so CU and stylish, cooler than any supercar Yi Yu had ever seen. The streamlined body is beautiful and grand. The front looks like a predator crouching low, simply domineering. It truly lives up to its limited edition status. Such a top-tier collectible. If car lovers saw it, they'd probably offer 100 million. Yi Yu opened the system to track the 2 random item cards. He chose to use them. Congratulations, host, you've received a bad luck card. Congratulations, host, you've received an attribute card. The bad luck card can be used on anyone, but must be used face-to-face. There is a 1% chance it causes the target's death. The attribute card permanently adds 10 points to your physical stats. The system assigns the points randomly. Seeing the description of the attribute card, Yi Yu was stunned. This is a great item. He used the card, and it turned into golden light, merging into his body. Yi Yu felt a warmth spreading through him. A few seconds later, the sensation vanished. He felt full of strength. He figured 5 or 6 men his age would be no match for him. Yi Yu walked out of the office, and went to He Manchue's office. Meski, I have some business to attend to. You're in charge of the company matters. He Manchue nodded quickly. Mr. Yi. Yi Yu went to the building's underground parking garage and drove back to the Hualong Seaview Villa complex. Half an hour later, he arrived back at the complex. A transport truck was parked at the gate of his villa. 2 people were waiting there. Yi Yu got out of his car and walked over. Are you from Lead International Shipping? I'm Yi Yu. Mr. Yi, hello, please sign for this. He handed Yi Yu a receipt. After Yi Yu signed his name, they unloaded the car from the truck. His Ferrari F60 was fire red, looking stunning in CU. Damn, it's beautiful. Yi Yu was deeply attracted at first sight. After unloading, the staff left. Yi Yu admired it, liking it more the longer he looked. It truly is a global limited edition. In a nearby villa, a young beauty walked out. She glanced over inadvertently, then froze in her tracks. Wow, what kind of supercar is that? I've never seen it before. Du Feifei couldn't help but walk over. Which Ferrari model is this? Yi Yu heard her and turned to look. He saw a young beauty. This is the Ferrari 60th anniversary limited edition. There are only 10 in the world. Du Feifei's eyes widened. Wow, how did you get this car? Isn't this car only owned by top billionaires abroad? I bought it. Du Feifei looked him up and down. I haven't seen you here before. Are you new? I'm Du Feifei. I lie in Villa 35. Hello, I'm Yi Yu. This was Yi Yu's first contact with the upper class. He knew those living here were either wealthy or powerful, with extraordinary backgrounds. Let's add each other and be friends. Du Feifei said with a smile. Yi Yu nodded slightly. He took out his phone and added her. Just then, Du Feifei's phone rang. After answering, she said to Yi Yu, a friend needs me for something. I have to go. Talk later. She went back into her yard, then drove away in a pure white sports car. It was a Porsche 918, worth about 15 million. It seems Du Feifei's family background is quite something. Just then, Yi Yu's phone rang. It was a message from Xia Qing. Working, Yi Yu. I thought you were resting this morning. My part-time job is at the dorm. Might as well stay busy. Xiaoqing, don't work so hard. Give yourself a break sometimes. I'm fine, not tired. Talk at noon. If my bot sees me, she'll scold me. Oh cool, sure. Meanwhile, Wang Jinjin looked at Xiaoqing and said, your boyfriend is so rich now. Why are you still working part-time, Xiaoqing? That's his money, Jinjin. You have to remember, a woman must be independent. So a man will respect her more, Wang Jinjin. If I had a boyfriend like yours, I wouldn't work at all. I wouldn't have to take anyone's attitude. We aren't boyfriend and girlfriend yet. Xiaoqing blushed. Wang Jinjin, you will be soon. I can tell you're interested in him too. Yi Yu tidied up, then drove the fire-red Ferrari F60 out of the complex. On the way out, he saw a man and a woman getting out of a Rolls-Royce. The woman was the popular A-list star, Wang Yao. The man was a bald, pot-bellied middle-aged guy. He was holding Wang Yao as they walked toward a villa. Wang Yao is known as one of the new four little Dan actresses, very popular right now. She's a goddess in many people's hearts. Yi Yu had even liked her for a while. Seeing her clinging to that bald, pot-bellied man, he sighed. This is the life of the wealthy. The cold goddess admired by millions online is now an obedient little kitten. What a huge irony. Wang Yao saw the Ferrari F60 driving past and asked curiously, what car is that? It's so beautiful. It looks like a Ferrari F60. I don't think they have those in the country. There are only 10 in the world. They're all with top foreign billionaires. The bald, pot-bellied man was surprised. Wang Yao was shocked. While on Seaview Villa Complex, it truly is one of the top-tier neighborhoods. Even this kind of limited edition supercar can be seen here. Yi Yu stepped on the gas and headed for the gate. Just as he left, his phone rang suddenly. It was a call from Li Yang. He was someone he met at his old job, and they were quite close. He answered with a smile. What's up, Li Yang? Li Yang, Yi Yu, where are you? Do you have any money on you? I accidentally scratched someone's car. Ding. System task initiated. Choose to help, reward, 2 random item cards. Refuse to help, reward, 1 random item card. Every choice will determine your future life path. Please choose carefully. Is there even a question? Of course, I'll help. When he was at his most lonely and helpless, it was Li Yang who helped him. When he quit his job and was looking for work in Shanghai, he didn't have much money, no place to stay, and spent his nights in a 24-hour ATM lobby. Later, Li Yang found out and took him to his place in Shanghai, and even lent him money. That feeling of loneliness and helplessness made Yi Yu feel desperate and broken. Maybe that incident didn't mean much to Li Yang, but he would never forget it. Deep down, he already considered Li Yang his best friend. Where are you? I'm coming over now. Yi Yu asked. Li Yang, I'm outside the Longqing Mall on Wangfu Street in Shanghai District. He hung up. Yi Yu drove straight toward Wangfu Street in Shanghai District. About 20 minutes later, Yi Yu arrived at the Longqing Mall. He saw a crowd gathered there, so he drove slowly toward them. The crowd heard the roar of the supercar's engine and quickly turned to clear a path. Wow, this sports car is so CU. Which Ferrari model is this? I've never seen it. If I had a supercar like this, I'd change girlfriends every day. So handsome. I wish he were my boyfriend. Li Yang and the couple next to him also turned to look. They were all stunned by the super luxury car. Yi Yu stepped out of the car, looked at Li Yang, and smiled. Li Yang. Li Yang saw Yi Yu and his eyes widened, a look of disbelief on his face. Damn, Yi Yu, is it really you? You. Li Yang looked at the car behind him. Yi Yu spoke after a moment. He looked at the couple next to him. It was a middle-aged man and a young beauty. At a glance, the first impression was a rich guy and his mistress. Yi Yu looked at the middle-aged man and asked, my friend scratched your car? Det. It's nothing, just a few scratches. The middle-aged man was full of smiles, a completely different face from just a moment ago. Yi Yu, how much? The middle-aged man said with a smile. Actually, it's really nothing. Forget it. Yi Yu, don't. Just tell me how much it is. 5,000. Yi Yu transferred 5,000 to him. After the transfer, Yi Yu looked at him and asked, was it you who kicked my friend? The middle-aged man's expression became awkward. I was just too impulsive. I'm sorry. I apologize to your friend. Slap. Yi Yu slapped him directly. You kicked my brother. I slapped you. We're even now. Get lost. The crowd was stunned, especially the young beauties, their eyes glowing. Damn, so see you, so domineering. I lop it. Although the middle-aged man was angry, he didn't dare to act out. Someone who can afford this car at Yi Yu's age must have an extraordinary family background. He couldn't afford to offend him. Yi Yu turned to Li Yang and said, get in. Li Yang opened the door and sat in the passenger seat. Yi Yu drove away slowly. Congratulations, host, task completed. Received a healing card and a charm card. Yi Yu, when did you get a car like this? Li Yang asked curiously. Yi Yu smiled slightly. I started a company and made some money. What are you planning to do now? Li Yang, I'm looking for work. I quit my last job, so I'm looking for a new one. My company has an opening for an administrative deputy director. Why don't you come work for me? Yi Yu said directly. Li Yang was stunned. Really? But I've never done that. Can I do it? Yi Yu said nonchalantly. I'll have them train you. Just learn well. It's not that hard, as long as you put your heart into it. Oh cool. Thank you, Yi Yu. Li Yang smiled broadly. Brothers don't need to be so formal. He took Li Yang straight to the company and brought him to Himanshu's office. Yi Yu, MS, this is my friend. The administrative deputy director position. Is it still vacant? Let my friend take it. Please train him well. Himanshu nodded quickly. Det, Mr. Yi. Then Himanshu took him to the administrative department. Yi Yu returned to his office and used the charm card. Golden light merged into his body. Invisibly, his personal charm increased significantly. Damn, I'm even more handsome now. This is a sin. Yi Yu checked his watch. It was already 11 a.m. He messaged Xiaoqing. Finished with work? Det, just packing up to leave. Xiaoqing replied quickly. Yi Yu, send me your address. I'll come to you. Let's have lunch together. Xiaoqing, is your company Oku? Yi Yu, Det, it's fine. Everything is handled. Then Xiaoqing sent him her location. Wait for me for 20 minutes. Yi Yu left the company and drove to find Xiaoqing. Xiaoqing and Wang Jinjin came out of the part-time shop and returned to the gate of their residential complex. Yi Yu is coming to pick me up in a bit. I'll wait for him at the gate. Wang Jinjin. Alright, then I'll go back and rest. She returned to their place. Li Yu and Wang Yan saw her come back alone and asked curiously, Jinjin, why are you back alone? Where's Xiaoqing? Wang Jinjin. Her boyfriend is coming to pick her up. They're probably going out to eat. Li Yu said quickly. I haven't seen Xiaoqing's boyfriend yet. Should we go take a look? Wang Yan. Yeah. Let's see what kind of person Xiao Qing's boyfriend is. Wang Jinjin originally planned to get some rest, but she was dragged out by Li Yu and Wang Yan. The three soon arrived at the complex gate. Xiao Qing was still standing there waiting. Xiao Qing was surprised to see the three of them. Why are you guys out here? We're here to see what your boyfriend looks like, Li Yu said with a smile. Just then, a flashy red Ferrari drove over from afar. Wow, this car is so CU. Li Yu and Wang Yan's eyes lit up when they saw it. This car must be expensive, right? Wang Yan stared intently at the red Ferrari F60. A Ferrari supercar. It must cost at least a few million. I heard the expensive ones are over 10 million. Li Yu, this must be a super rich second gen. I really want to be his woman. The car stopped next to Xiao Qing. Yi Yu stepped out, smiling at Xiao Qing. Get in. Xiao Qing was stunned. You changed cars? How is this one? Is it as beautiful as you? Yi Yu asked with a smile. Xiao Qing blushed. 2 days without seeing him. Why does he seem more charming? Li Yu, Wang Yan, and Wang Jinjin's eyes widened. Is this Xiao Qing's boyfriend? Li Yu and Wang Yan were shocked, feeling envious and jealous. Wang Jinjin, this guy actually changed cars. Xiao Qing greeted the three of them, then got into the car. Yi Yu waved, then drove away. After they left, Li Yu and Wang Yan finally reacted. Is that really Xiao Qing's boyfriend? Li Yu asked Wang Jinjin. Wang Jinjin nodded. Yeah, didn't you see him? Li Yu and Wang Yan had complicated feelings. Why can a rural girl like her find such a good boyfriend? We can't. This is so unfair. They felt a bit unhappy. This planted the seeds for them to frame Xiao Qing later. Li Yu and Wang Yan asked. Jinjin, do you have his contact? Let us add him too. Wang Jinjin, why do you want to add him? Having a rich second gen as a friend. We can show off on social media. Add him for us. Li Yu and Wang Yan explained. Meanwhile, in the car, Yi Yu asked Xiao Qing, what do you want to eat for lunch? Anything is fine. Don't go anywhere too expensive. Xiao Qing said softly. Yi Yu, let's go to Hey De Leo. He took Xiao Qing to a nearby Hey De Leo. After ordering, Yi Yu took out his phone and saw 2 people had added him. He checked. Are Li Yu and Wang Yan your roommates? They're trying to add me. Should I accept? Why are you asking me? How should I answer? If I accept, I feel a bit awkward. If I don't, I feel like it's not good. Just accept them. They are my colleagues and roommates. Xiao Qing replied. Yi Yu nodded. Alright, they were the ones at the gate, right? They look average. If they took off their makeup, they'd probably be even more average. Xiao Qing is top tier even without makeup. Whether in looks or figure, she's first class. Plus her purity. She's perfect. Xiao Qing, Det, it's them. Yi Yu, where are you working part-time? Are you tired? Xiao Qing smiled. It's okay, not too tired. Stop working part-time. You'll ruin your health. Yi Yu said with concern. Xiao Qing smiled slightly. It's fine. My dad's health isn't good, and my younger sister and brother are still in school. My family needs money. More work means more income. Yi Yu really admired her character. I'll take care of you from now on. He never could have said such things before, but now it's different. He has money, so he has the confidence to say it. Xiao Qing blushed at his words, her heart pounding. She said softly, that's your money. It's not good to use it to help me. Yi Yu smiled broadly. What? Your family's my family. We're all one family soon. Helping each other is only right. They gave me such a great daughter. Helping them is the least I can do. Xiao Qing is a reasonable person. Yi Yu was willing to help her family. If he met someone who wasn't reasonable, who just said, you should help me, or you should help my brother. If it were someone like that, Yi Yu wouldn't have any interest, and might even want to slap them twice to wake them up. Yi Yu continued. Listen to me, don't work part-time anymore. Xiao Qing finally nodded in agreement. The waiters soon brought their food. After lunch, it was 1:30 p.m. Yi Yu drove her back to the Longqing Mall. He came here in the morning. Xiao Qing, when are you off? Yi Yu asked. Xiao Qing, I'm off Thursday and Friday. Thursday? That's the day after tomorrow. Yi Yu, alright, I'll come see you on Thursday. Xiao Qing blushed and whispered, Then she walked into the mall. Li Yu, Wang Yan, and Wang Jinjin were already there. Seeing Xiao Qing return, they asked eagerly, Xiao Qing, do you know how much your boyfriend's car costs? Xiao Qing shook her head. I didn't ask, Li Yu. I searched online for a long time to find it. That's a Ferrari 60th anniversary limited edition. There are only 10 in the world. The original price was 20 million. Now you can't even buy it for 50 million. You can't buy it without money, status, and prestige. Xiao Qing, wow, a car that expensive? What does your boyfriend do? Her family background must be loaded, right? Wang Yan asked, her tone a bit bitter. Yi Yu went to Yuhao Tech that afternoon. Rumors about Yi Yu were already spreading in sales. They said he was fired by his managio, got angry, and went home to inherit a fortune, then turned around and bought the whole department. Many people were filled with deep regret. If they'd only gotten close to Yi Yu before, they'd at least be a team leader by now. Some women regretted not making a move on him. At the office, Yi Yu sat around, bored stiff. He felt he was better off working before. When you're busy, time just flies by. Then the shift ends. He was bored, so he searched for Longqing Group online. That's the company Xiao Qing works for. Longqing Group is actually quite powerful. They have over a dozen malls in Shanghai. After checking, he put on a TV show. At 5 p.m., the company finally closed for the day. Yi Yu shut his laptop to go find Li Yang. Li Yang, done with work? Yeah, I'm done. Li Yang tidied up. Yi Yu, let's go eat. The two of them walked out of the office. Yi Yu drove them to a barbecue stall. The place was already packed with people. They saw a CU, sleek supercar parked nearby, and couldn't help but turn their heads. That car is so CU. It's insane. When will I ever own a supercar? That thing is a total chick magnet. Any woman would be swooning over that car. Go get his number. No way, I'm not going. What if he rejects me? How embarrassing. You go. You're so pretty. I bet he won't refuse. Yi Yu and Li Yang got out of the car and grabbed a random table to sit at. They ordered some lamb and beef skewers. Li Yang ordered a dozen beers. Li Yang, why did you quit your job? I remember you worked with your girlfriend. Yi Yu asked, feeling curious. Li Yang, don't ask. I got cheated on. Yi Yu paused. What happened? My girlfriend hooked up with our managio. Damn it, that bitch. Li Yang's face turned pale with rage. He downed his beer in one go. Yi Yu followed suit and finished his drink. He felt a bit stunned. This sounds so much like Yang Jinshi to read. Women these days are just too materialistic. Li Yang continued. I trusted her so much. Colleagues warned me, but I didn't believe it. I even got into a huge fight over it. I only believed it when I saw them in the office. After that, I just quit. Yi Yu, don't be sad. There are plenty of women in the world. Once you have money, they'll flock to you. Li Yang nodded. I don't want any of that right now. I just want to earn money. Yi Yu, work hard. You'll be the VP. I can hand out positions. He didn't care about the company. Li Yang, he had no real attachment to it. As long as it keeps running, that's fine. If it goes bankrupt, it doesn't matter. He doesn't rely on it to survive. UGE, you're a few months older than me. I'll call you UGE from now on. I'll never forget your kindness, brother. Li Yang's eyes were red. Yi Yu's straight face. Don't be so formal. I won't forget your family's kindness either. My family? What kindness? Li Yang looked confused. Yi Yu smiled. You forgot? When I had nowhere to stay, sleeping on the streets, sleeping in an ATM lobby, you were the one who took me to your place. Li Yang was taken aback. UGE, that's not really kindness. It was just a few days. Yi Yu straight face. No, it might be small to your family, but it meant the world to me. I was on the verge of total despair then. Come on, UGE, cheers. Just as they were finishing their meal, a voice called out from nearby. Oh, isn't this Li Yang? Li Yang and Yi Yu turned to look. A man and a woman were staring at them. The man looked smug and arrogant. The woman looked a bit awkward, not daring to meet Li Yang's eyes. Li Yang didn't expect to run into these two. Wang Lei, Li Yang, found a job yet? Look at you, so pathetic. Guess you can only drown your sorrows, loser. Li Yang, UGE, let's go. Seeing these two makes me sick. Li Yang didn't want to deal with them. Li Li heard his words, and her expression